Yeah. What's up? Again and again. Back again and again. Back again and again. What's up? So basically what I'm saying in this point is I'm here and I'm back and I'm saying what's up. So let's get right into it. So the verse begins. First for the record, she the baddest that I ever seen. And she's ringing crazy in my mind, I'm trying to beat it like a tambourine. Steady rhythm moving with percussion, she can move it, she a dancing queen. Everybody wonders who I'm talking about. They gon' wonder who I'm talking about. They gon' wonder who I'm talking about. So what's happening in this point is me explaining that this girl is the most beautiful girl that I've ever seen. Really ethereal. I think the first time I met her was a long time back, a few months ago, or from recording of this video, of course. And she was, she was in my house and all, and I was like, so I'd seen her before because we had like a couple of lessons online and everything, but which was like in my prison. I was like, damn, she's really bad. So I remember like going back home, well, going back to my room and talking to a few of my housemates and being like, my bro, can you explain to me how a girl gets more and more beautiful every time you see her? So that was just really the story behind me seeing this girl. And so when I say that everybody's going to wonder who I'm talking about, I'm really addressing you as the audience and explaining that she's it's a mystery, because I'm out here spitting my emotions and lyrics out about how much I care about a certain type of person, and no one really knows who it is I'm talking about.
Thank you for that synopsis, Victor. Just be professional now, come on. I was just wondering, you say she got increasingly beautiful every time you saw her. Now, how are things going in that regard? Are you still seeing her around a lot? Is this too personal question? Are you still seeing her around a lot, or what's driving you? What's driving your passion for creativity now?
I feel, interestingly enough, this is also very crazy for me to mention. I see her at least twice a week. I will not mention where I see her twice a week, but I do see her twice a week. And well, I mean, she's she's a cute girl. I'm not gonna knock that. You know, she's a very cute girl. But I've kind of moved into a direction where I'm not really thinking about it that much anymore because things didn't work out. So spoiler alert for the rest of the song and this annotation, unfortunately. But that what's driving my inspiration now? You know, whatever comes my way. See, I'm a lover boy, so it means I'm probably gonna catch feelings somewhere else along the way and get my heart broken. So that's the game. Alright, again. I'ma say it first, baby, I ain't trying to be a stat. I ain't trying to play no foolish games, I'ma say it flat. I ain't write a song for a shorty ever since I was a miss. And my niggas know who I'm talking about. They all know who I'm talking about. They all know who I'm talking about. So the first part of this verse says, I'm not trying to be a stat. So when I say that, I'm just basically explaining the point that I don't want to be a statistic in your life when I'm trying to step up to you. When I walk up to a girl and I'm trying to approach you, I'm just really trying to say, like, I want to be a part of your life. I'm not trying to be this guy that just walks up to you and you can just like be like, nah, I ain't rocking with that. So the point is just me explaining that I want to be a mainstay in your life. I don't want to be a statistic, which I feel is like pretty much self-explanatory. The second part of the verse, which is I ain't write a song for a shorty ever since I wasn't with Miss Dash. So this is a very interesting part. I'm alluding to my ex-girlfriend whose name I do not disclose. That's the last person I wrote a song about in this point. So her name rhymes with the word stat. And yeah, I'm sorry if you see this, by the way.
Is there a reason not just any girl or every girl is providing motivation for you to write these songs? Does it have to be someone who you fall for this hard or fell for this hard?
I do not like how you're making me sound down bad. But
pick it up and let it down.
Nah. I feel like it's more or less a point of how I relate to a person that brings me to like write a song about them. Also, I just don't really select who I. That's a good question. Wow. What happened was when I wrote the song. When I wrote a song about my ex-girlfriend. Obviously, that's a person I have more of an emotional connection with, just personally with the basis, and when I'm doing that stuff. Now, if I'm writing a song about another person who I'm not in a relationship with, I just feel it's more or less the level of, I don't want to say intensity, but yes, the level of intensity my emotions are over you, and how much I feel I can relate with you. So I feel like this girl in particular, was ticking certain boxes. You know, what I like about her that she just wasn't beautiful on a physical level, but she had like aspects to herself that I felt like I could connect with as a person. She was passionate, she was drive, she was very artistic. I'm saying what, but she is. She's still alive, and yeah, that was
That's good. That's good. She's still alive.
It was good indeed. And I mean, I have had things with other girls along the way. True enough. But I feel like with this one, I was finally in a point where I was stable with my mind and mental and emotional state, where this was a decision upon I thought I really liked her, and it wasn't just something I did because I didn't have any other choice to do.
And did you also feel almost more than just a physical and emotional attraction, but a spiritual one as well in this case? Because you strike me as quite a soulful person.
Soulful indeed, soulful. I mean, I definitely wouldn't say I had a spiritual connection with her, no. I mean, my feelings for her were I feel genuine at a point. But I feel like, if we're being real with it, it might have been just a very strong infatuation at the end of the day. So, it's not like I feel like I'm inherently in love with an individual, especially since, we never really got to know each other that well. So yeah, one of a kind, yeah, trying to step up to you, won't say a name, babe, message in the title, one thing I want, yeah, is you by my side. That's this king's true right, a queen by his side. This is the chorus of the song. So within this section of the song, what we're trying to explain is, I'm just saying she's one of a kind, and I'm trying to really find the ways that I can talk to her, because she's a very different girl from a lot of people that I've met along the way. So I did explain that she's the baddest that I've ever seen, and she's just really ringing crazy in my mind. So I'm just reiterating at this point of the course that she's different, she's one of a kind, and she's unique to me. So when I say won't say your name, babe, message in the title of the song, as you can see, is titled D.D.Q. And the message in the title is alluding to who this person is. But obviously, it's not the acronym, it's not a shortening of your name, but it does have an element of who this person is. And if you pay enough attention to the lyrics, and if you do know me personally, of course, knowing the other person personally as well, you might be able to determine who this individual is. So yeah.
And for any people who might know you or might want to know you better in that regard, is this something that is too personal to divulge to anyone less than a very close friend? It's the emotional reaction to that question, I suppose.
It's not more or less about me, it's more or less about the person who the song is about themselves. I view myself as an artist, which is essentially an entertainer as well. So I resign the fact that when I'm telling stories in my songs, that means I'm sharing them with the world and people who don't know me personally as well. So if people wanted to know more about me through my music, they can get to know that. My life, I kind of resigned to myself a long time ago when I decided that I wanted to be an entertainer, an actor, a singer, whatever it was I wanted to do, that my own personal life wasn't always going to be my own personal life in a sense. That's when I'm aiming for this high pinnacle of success that I've set out for myself. So I just kind of think that to a certain level or a degree that, if anyone wants to know that much more about me, you just got to listen to my music. And if I do give out information, it's because I want you to know it. So I'm not really hiding anything from anyone. Waist tight, my type, no doubt. She was born with it like Maybelline. And she got a gaze that got me thinking she could have my kids within a week. I'm gonna stop it right here. So waist type, my type. It's just generally physical descriptions of who she is. My type of girl, basically, simply put. She was born with it like Maybelline. I'm so proud of this line, by the way. So Maybelline is a makeup brand, and its tagline is "Maybe she was born with it." So I'm saying she's like this very ethereal, beautiful girl who's just she just came out beautiful. She was just born with the way she was just born that way, and that's just who she is. And she got a gaze that got me thinking she could have my kids within a week. Yeah, I'm just whipped, bro. I'm just whipped. I'm just whipped, and that's the explanation to that point. Really, what I'm saying is, in the moment when I see her, I can feel the heat. But she don't know she's who I'm talking about. She don't know she's who I'm talking about. I'm just saying. So this is. So I know I did say something earlier about me being past it, and I am. But you know, there's a point to me where I'm in this person's presence, and I just feel like a lot of not pressure, but it just feels like I can feel that she's there. You ever get that feeling where you like really are around a person and you can just know that they're there and their presence is affecting you on an emotional level as well? That's just kind of what I mean when I say when I see her, I can feel the heat, and that's just really what it was to me, because I saw this girl and I was like, you're really making yourself evident to me right now, and that was what happened.
So yeah, I think it's a lot of recurring themes in terms of emotional presence and stability and everything. I think a lot of people can relate to having someone there, romantically interested or otherwise, who affects their presence. I think a positive one for me was always a parental, fraternal presence always made me feel more secure. Certainly, people can relate to those feelings as well. But you said you see her now twice a week. Is it still? Are you? Have you met anyone else since, or has anyone ever made you feel that same way since, apart from this person?
No, I have not been insanely infatuated since I've met this person. I'd rather not be, to be honest. That's a very dangerous feeling. I think things are better for me when I'm very focused on my own degree of being. I've met a lot of cute girls. I'm going to say this. Where I am, there's a lot of beautiful girls out there, but of course it's just not about beauty. You got to make like really great connections with people and individuals. And so, of course, I'm going to see a lot of cute individuals, pretty individuals out there. It's just, you know, you need to show me something for me to really decide, like, yo, I want to rock with you right now. And that's just what it is for me. Could you hold it down like Portia did in Venice for a king? Cause girl, if you're riding like you're piercing, I'll give you a ring. So what this line is, I'm also very proud of this line. I think it's the one I'm most proud of, actually. So Portia is a character from the Shakespearean play, The Merchant of Venice. And so in this play, we have one of the main characters, Antonio, and his best friend, whose name escapes me from the moment at this point, which is interesting because he's very integral to this line. Bassanio, I think his name is Bassanio. So Portia is so Antonio and Bassanio at a point at the end of the play where Antonio's in trouble of being murdered because he owes money to someone, and Portia and her maid Nerissa go to Venice, and they assist Antonio and Bassanio by getting him out of this case. So Portia was really a writer, bro. She held it down for Bassanio in this time of need. She helped him out when his best friend was really just about to die, and that's what I'm saying when I'm asking you, could you hold it down like Portia did in Venice for a king? I want someone who can hold it down for me, hold down the fort like that. And because girl, if you're a rider like you're piercing, I'll give you a ring. I won't explain that. That's way too much information. But if you catch on to it, you can catch on to it.
But do you have many other literary bases for your songs or inspiration? other than obviously Shakespeare is a great source of inspiration for a lot of artists, I think. What about someone like, his name escapes me right now actually. He wrote The Importance of Being Earnest. Him, very well-known literary individual. But is there anyone else along those lines who inspires you as well, on a more kind of, I guess, artistic basis?
I try to make a lot of references to literature when I can. I think a lot of people just inspire me from a literature standpoint of view. Poetry is actually very important to me as well. When I was in high school, we did a lot of poetry for literature because I studied literature as one of my final subjects. And I don't know if you guys know the poet Robert Frost. He's a very old, dead white dude. But he's very dead. Yeah. He has like a lot of reflective and deep emotive stuff, which I really feel I relate to. And so when he writes to that degree and he explains that information, I like to sing songs about that, like write songs about that. I have tried to incorporate some Chinua Achebe stuff in there. Like he has a book called No Longer at Ease. And when I was writing the lyrics to D.D.Q, I think I did make a reference to another to a Chinua Achebe book, which didn't come out well, but I'm still working on it. But really, yeah, literature is a very important variable, if I can say, in my songwriting. It doesn't come out every time, of course, but you know, I do like to make references in literature and pop culture as well, because my last song, And Then Now, did have a feature, a pop culture reference to the Game of Thrones, in which I say, I'll bend the knee for you. And it was in response, I don't know why I was saying I'll bend the knee for you, I'm sorry, I don't remember my own lyrics right now, but yes, that's just really the point on that. Babe, I could be bugging, but I'm saying shit I truly mean. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Could be I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. So here we're just accepting that there's a possibility that I'm crazy. I'm just wilding out. And honestly, if I consider all else considered, I just met this girl a few months ago. I'm crazy infatuated. I'm writing a love song, and there's a possibility that I'm just saying a lot of shit that's coming off the top of my head. And it just really just doesn't resonate with me. And it's just like a point where I'm like, okay, Viktor, I get it. You really like this girl. You think she's cute and all, but you really need to calm down and show some respect for yourself, because you could be bugging and you could be wilding out. So there's a possibility that I don't know what I'm talking about. Update, I do not think I knew what I was talking about at this point, which is fair. But I mean, she was bad, bro. I'm not mad. I'm not just. She was just bad, bro. Yeah.
So, but you mentioned before as well that there's a lot of cute or attractive girls in where this is being recorded.
It's okay to say the name of the location.
Okay, cool. But has it set in motion more of a resistance to perhaps overall looks, and you're just seeking a personality link as opposed to necessarily someone who is just physically attractive? Not to say that you can't be physically attractive and emotionally intelligent, but you're looking more for the emotional intelligence aspect.
All right. That's a good question. I do want to put a disclaimer out here. First of all, she's a great person, because I feel like when I answer this, it might be misinterpreted. She's an amazing person. Yes, that is true. I feel like it is important for you generally to look out for when you bring people into your life. You don't want to you need to be able to discern the type of people you're letting into your circle, just in general, not even just girls. I mean, even your friends. And when you bring people into your life, you just really need to be able to vet them and understand that, you know, not everyone is going to be the right person for you to have in your surroundings, in your room, in your setup. So what I'm saying at this point is, if I'm not seeking anything out right now, but if someone happens to come by my way, I'm gonna be like putting them on a situation where I'm like, okay, what is you about? What do you want from me? You like me, what do you like about the boy? I really like this little theme that I have going on called a 10-day contract. Fellas, listen to this one. So basically, you meet a girl, you need to put her on the 10-day contract. Now, this 10-day contract is a period where you're trying to assess the type of person she is and how well you relate with each other. And if in that 10-day period you notice any red flags, you notice that shit's not going right for you, please walk away. Don't stick around and try to force things.